Coat checks on the left, troubles by the door. Hang 'em on the hook, you won't need 'em anymore. We're trading in our worries for a highball and a smile. Pull up that chair, my friend, stay a little while. We're here for fun and drinks, a little buzz, a lot of laughs. So leave your attitude outside. We don't need it on this path. Raise your glass, forget your pride. Let the small stuff slide. We're here for fun and drinks. Leave your attitude outside. She's cracking that same joke for the third time tonight. Alright. But everyone's still laughing, 'cause the feeling's just that light. If you came to start a battle, you took the wrong ride. We only fight for who's buying the next ring tonight. We're here for fun and drinks, a little buzz, a lot of laughs. So leave your attitude outside. We don't need it on this path. Raise your glass, forget your pride. Let the small stuff slide. We're here for fun and drinks. Leave your attitude outside. Life's gonna knock you down plenty when you step back out. Oh yeah. But in here the only drama is we're running low on styles. Check your ego, check your phone. Let the evening be your guide. If you can't chill, you're better off taking one more step outside. We're here for fun and drinks, a little buzz, a lot of laughs. So leave your attitude outside. We don't need it on this path. Spin your worries in a circle, watch them fade like the tide. We're here for fun and drinks. Leave your attitude outside.
Hit the wrong button there for a second. Hello, everybody. Nice to see a few of you here. Thank you, Heidel, for getting stuff out there. Nice. Hope to see you back here, Tammy. Nice to see you checking in before. And howdy, y'all, Queen. Howdy to you, too. Howdy ho. Good to see you here. Hope you're getting rested up some. Nice to see you, Shenny. Hope you got out for a walk with the pups today. Ida, good to see you in here. Well, as you might have noticed, I kind of said Pot-O-Rama. We're not exactly, we're talking, no, that's just what the song, it was not meant, I didn't even put that in the, I didn't even put that in the suggestion for the song. It put it in there. So I don't know. That was completely coincidental. But it works. Now I'm gonna pot up some peppers because they're getting big and gotta be put into bigger, like 4-inch pots. So that's what I am doing. Not like no. Oh, not yet. Oh, it's hot. Oh, yeah. I know you've been having a lot of warm weather out there. Too bad. Hey, Queen, I hope you are resting some. I've been able to rest some now, not too sore. Oh, yep. Now I gotta write a bunch of stuff on sides of pots because so I can keep track. Otherwise, I won't know what anything is. Oh, first ones we're gonna do are actually, you know, people will say like it's kind of funny. I like doing if I find really good ripe peppers from the store, I will even save seeds from them. And that's what these three here are actually were a really nice, thick, meaty red bell pepper, and I saved seeds from them a couple years ago. And they actually they I tested them right away to make sure they would germinate. And I grew some last year, and they produce peppers just fine. People will say you can't save those, but as long as they're ripe in the store, you can. But oh, you're still yeah, unboxing, cooking, bacon, and now working on server and 3D work. Man, you're just always doing something, Queen. Yeah. Hope you had at least like that you could relax for a little while on Easter. I mean, you got to a little bit. So I get these marked. So yeah, these just get store bell on them. That's all they are. It's probably not going to be one of the most exciting ones, but we're actually going to get something done. These peppers are pretty much exactly like these are 1 month old peppers. Uh, planted them basically. Yeah, I started them a month ago, and that's how much they grow. Under just shop lights, you don't need fancy grow lights and stuff. You can set up your own grow station with pretty simple lights, and you don't have to be too careful with these. I take off the bottom couple leaves. I plant them way down. Got extra dirt on top of them. Some say you're not supposed to plant them down deep. I do. Haley, my mouse, good to see you in here. Yeah, the ER ticker tape. Yeah, it's okay if you want to. Yeah, good to see you. Yeah, the ER ticker tape. It's down there. Yeah, it is cute. Just I'm not too. I don't get too caught up, and you know, if you want to, if you don't, leave a like if you do. It's all good. I'm not gonna get too worked up about anything. You know, this is relaxation for me. The planting and getting all these. Most of my peppers that I'm doing here are sweet peppers. I have a few jalapenos and a couple poblanos and stuff like that, but I'm not a big hot pepper person. So I have like a whole flat, like 72 plants. I don't need 72. I only need about 25. And I really don't even need that many, but I'll plant 25 or 30. But my brother, he'll plant a dozen or so, and I might give a few to my sister, and a few to my brother-in-law, and a few to some neighbors. And you just never know. Yeah, but these will really take off now. They'll kind of sit here for about 3, 4 days, not doing much, and then I have a greenhouse that I can set up on our deck, and they will really take off once that gets. Yeah, you better get them going. Peppers take a while to get going, so but there's still time now to get them going. One more, we'll do all three of these. They're really good looking peppers. These were. Hopefully they'll be good big bales again. I like kind of odd sweet peppers, so I do a lot of different. This one I don't even have a picture of. I should have taken a picture of the pepper before I ate it. But that's the only thing. It was a just like a 4 lobe thick red bell pepper. There. Oh, almost forgot to write on it. Forget that. That really sucks if you do that because then you don't know until they produce. I usually give those to my brother. He can take the chance and see what they end up being. What other things are you planning? Plant your garden this year? Oh, what else? I have a bunch of tomatoes started. I might do a thing in a like next weekend might be, hey, let's plant a bunch of tomatoes into bigger pots. That'll be next weekend. Um, yeah, I I have a bunch of lettuce started. I got cabbage that's nice plants. I'll have to put some pictures in Discord of those. They're started out really nice. Um, and now we're gonna do Lesia orange. No, it's yeah, my cabbage. I was really surprised how well they started. They don't always start real well for me, but these did. I have like 45 plants or something. I might not need that many, but I have that many. Never know. Got to make lots of sauerkraut. And if anybody watching this wondering, I've saved for years because I still buy quite a few like flowers and stuff. I don't grow many flowers from seed, a few kinds, but not many. And but I save the pots from them and reuse them. Heck, some of these are probably 5 years old. They can be used quite a few times. Yeah, so I make do. They're not single use things. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what else I have. Yeah, I'll have to get radishes planted pretty soon. Onions, I ordered them from a company down in Texas, along with like my brother and sister and brother-in-law and a neighbor. If we order together, we get them a lot cheaper. And I yeah, you're a pot hoarder too. Yeah, you got to. I mean, they're just some of these last quite a while. I mean, there's no use not reusing them a few times. Um, yeah, what was I saying now? Stuff just goes out of my brain so fast anymore. But um, yeah, boy, that went out quickly. Yeah, for lilies, irises. Yeah. I got a bunch of my tulips are coming up real nice and irises. We were lucky and got some good rain this past week. So my garlic that did survive the winter, which not only about half of it did. That kind of bothered me, but that's why I plant a lot of it. But it'll be enough, I guess. Hey, Ashinator. Nice to see you come in. Oh, say happy Easter and hit the like button to show support. I have to go eat dinner with the hubs. Want to say stop and say hello. Well, it's nice of you. I hope you have a good dinner with your husband and have a nice peaceful evening on Easter. And I am very thankful for you coming in. Thank you. That was nice of you. Sure. So, oh yeah, other stuff I'm planning to grow. I don't remember everything now. There'll be a lot. Oh, the onions. I think I was saying that they come in like couple weeks. Or actually, oh crap, it's only like a week and a half. They should be here. So I got to get some ground ready in the garden. Yeah, that's when I'll start really planning. That's when I'll start thinking about getting my potatoes in. Because I love fresh garden potatoes. Nothing better than that. Yeah, yeah. And I freeze a lot of potatoes, so I'm still eating potatoes that I like made into chunks and stuff, and they're good in the air fryer or in soup and stuff, or just you know fried in butter. Yeah, yeah. I've been eating out of the garden all winter yet because I do a lot of like even the peppers I do uh, fermented pickled peppers and stuff. So I have them for quite a while, and they're good. My batch this year didn't turn out as well as they have in the past, but they're still edible. I have the computer all dusty. I'm gonna be all dirty. Oh. So did everybody have a good meal today or something? Get out and I ate way too much ham at lunch today. My brother-in-law had made he smoked a ham. Oh my gosh, it was good. Yeah, that was good. Had some potatoes and corn and stuff with it, and then had some oh um, angel food cake and strawberries afterwards. So pretty much one of those kind of one meal days. I might have a little something for a snack after I get done with this, but I'm not going to need a lot. But, oh, nice, pretty peppers. It's amazing how much these will grow now in like 2 weeks. Yeah, they'll really take off. Okay, I probably won't get all of these. These are really neat. I got these here. a few years ago, or probably like 4 or 5 years ago. 6 packs with big holes in the bottom of them, so you can push stuff out real easily. You can just stick your thumb or your finger through them, push them out, and they're made out of PVC, so they're really tough. They should last like 10, 15 years at least, and they are just great. These were from Modern Growers is what it was called. Made in the USA, but they're so much better than those, yeah, cheap, flimsy six-pack things like when you buy them in the store. I mean, these are like you can stand on these, and I have like 40 of them, and I'll use them probably 3 times each. Like these pepper ones, I will, uh, fill them back up with soil and probably start peas in them in 2 weeks, and then once I plant them in, yeah, peas, I might even do something after that. I don't know, maybe not. But I like pre-starting all my stuff like peas and beans, so I get nice even rows. It really works out well with that. Um, oh, this is a kind that I'm trying out that I had a kind I think accidentally hybridized. Peppers don't they usually uh self-pollinate, so you don't have too much of a issue with cross pollination and you can save seeds out of your own garden. But I had ones that I think two kinds of sweet peppers because they were really nice looking peppers. And they, oh, here, I was going to show you the last ones too. Those last ones I planted were less yellow, orange, but they look yellow to me. They call them orange, but they're like a really thick, almost like a pimento type of pepper, really nice and sweet. These were like a big, uh, yellowish orange pepper that were really sweet. They're kind of like those bagged pepper you can get in the store where you get a bag of them and they're all different colors. But these were like 3 times the size, and they just were just as sweet as those peppers that I don't know what they call them, but I had some of them, yeah, cross-pollinate. They just were great. So I saved seeds from one of them, hoping that it was and that I can produce more like that. I'll plant these a little ways from other varieties to try to hopefully that kind will stick. And no, these are gonna be, I hope they do. They're just a hybrid that I'm not sure. Yeah, but I love those sweet ones that you can just grab out of the garden and eat while you're out there. I am a grazer in the garden. Always been. I can get full out there in the summer. I mean, I eat everything from, yeah, when I'm picking beans, like a quarter of the beans get eaten right there. Um, yeah, sometimes that's not always the best way to do it, but I do it. Um, then, yeah, green beans are good, Bobby. Nice to see you in here. Hello, Robert. Um, no, and like peas, I have trouble getting peas into the house. I eat a lot of them. Um, then there's like I'll eat just about anything in the garden, right out of the garden. It just I'm not a I think the only thing that I don't eat right out of the garden is like eggplant, and I don't even grow many of them. They just don't do a lot for me, but I usually do. They're kind of neat plants, and I'll do that. I'm a sucker for neat looking plants. I'll grow just for the fact that they look neat. Yeah. Yeah. One bad thing with the starting plants inside, you get stupid little gnat thingies come out of the soil. It's tough to keep them down. I'm getting some. Oh, these are nice, really pretty plants. I like them. Bobby was probably thinking this was going to be about something different. No, I have not made that, Haley Mouse. I'm not even quite sure what that is. I have made like what is it, tiramisu, and I've done like eggplant parmesan, stuff like that. I've made ratatouille. I kind of like ratatouille, but that's basically just because I'll throw everything that's in the garden at the time in it. You know, peppers, zucchini, uh, or whatever you call them. They're not zucchini over there. And yeah, no, yeah, eggplants don't do nothing for me. Do they for you? Yeah, Bobby was probably disappointed that my I had a little bit of a clickbait title, I suppose. I figured I could do that. I wasn't gonna wait. I couldn't wait till 420 to transplant these, or else I would have had it then. Oh, didn't even see the title. Kind of a Greek lasagna, but it's with lamb and eggplant instead of beef. Oh, that might be good with the eggplant as the yeah. Oh, you're glued to the ceiling again. You got some strong glue. Must I mean it ain't gorilla glue, it's Bobby glue. There, 3 of them is enough in that right now. These are really pretty ones. I don't know if I'll put them in any. Let's see how nice and they got a lot of purple in them. These are actually kind of an ornamental pepper. They're called oh, I gotta think Pippin's Golden Honey. And then they're like purple and they get really pretty. Yeah. And then this is what the peppers look like on them. Yeah. They're pretty neat. And they kind of oversold the honey part of it, and they're not quite as sweet as I thought it was gonna be, but they're kind of more the color of honey. But they were sweet enough that they were pleasant to eat. They were okay, but they're nice to put in. They grew well in, like, large pots, and I can put them on my deck and have them with the flowers, and they looked really nice with them, the purple and dark greens with those nice orange and reds with the fruit. So, I do some of that kind of stuff too. Water. A lot of ham today. Okay, what kind next? Oh, we'll do some of my few jalapenos. These are Craig's Grande jalapenos. They're supposed to be big. Yeah, you never know. You don't use no dang maple syrup? You not like maple syrup? Are you anti Canada, Bobby? Yeah. Yep, jalapenos. These are the I don't like a lot of peppers like that, but I do a few jalapenos. Um, I might have a thing of them too. That oh yeah, they aren't the best looking ones, but they get kind of big. Craig, Craig's Grande jalapenos. I call them jalapenos too. They're jalapenos. I know that. Hey, now where did I put my marker? Because if I don't mark them, Craig's Grande jalapeno. I can remember that with DGJ. Yeah. I'm kind of just picking out the best ones. These are the ones that will be mine. And then, like in this next week, I'll go back through and find the ones that I'll do, for my brother and for my sister. Kind of as I feel like, but I make sure I pick out the best ones out of. I mean, if I'm going to start them, I'm going to get the best ones. Oh, and if you ever do this and you need a marker, make sure and get the Sharpie Extremes because otherwise they fade and wash off really fast. Yeah, yeah, you can do that. I mean, my brother-in-law does where he does a lot of jalapenos that he um, dehydrates and then runs them through a blender and gets them just makes a jalapeno powder that he really likes. He can't eat it much anymore. Gut issues, but old people, that's what happens. But hey, while it's good. Yeah. Oh, I have little tags in the soil. I make them out of I'm really cheap sometimes. I do have some actual tags, but I also make them out of any bottles like for um soap bottles and stuff, detergent bottles. Yes. Waste not, want not. You know. I'm gonna have a lot of cleaning up to do in my art studio. Yeah, find the best ones of these. I do not know why there is a little tomato growing in the midst of my jalapenos. Yeah. So did you get rid of your headache, Bobby? Hope you were able to. Stupid songs in my head now. I know you're on the ceiling, but that doesn't mean your head is might have stopped hurting. Eh, Queen will whack you in the head with a spoon, and then you'll be hurting some more. Oh, what queen? Aren't you calling? What did you call her the other night? I heard you calling her something. Not anything I'd ever call her. Yeah, something like that. No, I think the wuss. I think that's what you were calling her. Oh. Oh, when I get my greenhouse all set up on the deck, I'll have to take pictures of them in there and show you how they look when they get. Hopefully, it warms up enough. Peppers can't take much cold. I don't put them outside any day that it's not above. They like anytime it's not going to be above 50. They are inside, which gets to be a pain here pretty soon because they start taking up a lot of room when they're in pots like this. Put these down on the floor so I have room to. Yeah, whichever head you want, Bobby. Yeah, you got to be careful with phrasing. I'm not even gonna ask, Bobby. I'm not gonna ask which one. Yep. Don't want to know. Don't want to go there. Hmm. Anybody out there ever do shishito peppers? They're a popular one lately. That they're kind of fun. That you kind of roast them on a hot pan quick, then like dip them in like a aioli or something like that. They're kind of not a hot pepper, but every once in a while one will be, which surprises you then. Who will bow before me? Like a dog, bow wow. There are 3 shishitos. Shishitos look like I might have a shishitos. They look like they should be a hot pepper, and they aren't really. And even this picture here is kind of a it. I mean, the ones that are even hot aren't that hot, but they're still they surprise you because all the rest are just like a green bell pepper. But you don't want them to get red. You eat them when they're green, and uh, and then you just like put them in a hot uh, cast iron pan and let them just get like tinges of. Okay, yeah, yeah. I've met some Minnesota girls. Um, no, it isn't hot like that, so it's not. But they're fun to eat and kind of. But you'll hit one every once in a while when you're eating them, and they're just like green peppers, and then all of a sudden you get one that's slightly spicy. It's noticeable. Um, and shishito is kind of fun to say. You know, and they're pretty popular with like the 30 to 50-year-old housewife type of people. And I guess, yeah, shishito. No, it's shishito, and they produce like yeah, like 3 of these plants will produce enough for me to be like where I am tired of them really quickly. I mean, I can give away if people want them and stuff, but yeah, they're yeah, they are pretty decent. Yeah, and it is sometimes it's a little more. It's like, yeah, I think if in our summers have been kind of stressful on stuff the last few years because we've had a lot of drought. And then you water and the up and down watering really creates issues. Peppers will peppers like to get hot, get spicier when there's a lot of when watering inconsistencies and stuff. And so I think I've had a few more hot ones than probably as usual. So at times there was a fair number of them that were hot, but then other times, usually the first ones, almost all of them are mild, but later in the summer, they get more where it's a better chance. And if I make some and my mom eats one, she's almost guaranteed to get one that's hot, like about 100% chance then. Yeah. Though I'll tell you, they'll fool you sometimes that they say that low 50 to 200, but I think some get up close to the jalapeno range. You know, I've had a couple that kind of were shocking. Yeah, she probably wished she had a bidet then. maybe when yeah, I'll see what like I said, I am not a plumber, but we'll see. Yeah, it's that white membrane kind of that holds them to that fleshy stuff, yeah. Yeah, I always taste the every pepper that goes into any kind of me making salsa or anything gets tasted because you gotta make sure because everyone can be different. Yeah, it's like I've picked, like you can pick 4 right next to each other, and 3 of them can be the same, and then 1 is, like, really mild or is really hot, and it's weird how that can happen. Oh, here's my poblanos. I only have 3 of them, so I'll make sure and get them in good pots and get them separated right away. I like a few poblanos. They're fun. They're not very hot either. They're pretty mild, but poblanos. Mm, yeah, I can't do the really hot stuff. We used to grow, uh, oh, what are the ones? Habaneros. And first of all, they take so long to to get like um, right here, but then I couldn't eat them. They just were not. I can't do them. There was no fun in them. Oh, I'm sure, Queen. Hey, Squid showed up. Hi there. Yeah, that would be. Oh, yeah, the hotter better for Queen. That would be. Yeah. Okay, let's see. I can't eat anything that's so spicy I can't taste it. Have my lips and tongues tingling like crazy is not a good thing. I don't know. Lips and tongues tingling at times isn't so bad, is it? And hey, Squid, great to see you in here. Yeah, yeah, I know it was a little clickbaity, so I didn't think there'd be much competition tonight uh for streamers, so I could go on for an hour or so and not get into any, you know, take up anybody else's time and second. Ah, crap. Don't do that. I'm doing my taxes, so if you see me doing some weird tips reviews, either share the video or mind your business. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you got to pay them taxes somehow. Uncle Sam wants it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just got to find that only feet site or whatever. I didn't even look up any vegetable dad jokes before I came in here. I should have done that. Yeah, make sure and sub to squids and not squids. God, I'm making a mess. This probably wasn't the best place to do it. Thought about going outside and doing it, but it was so freaking windy all day. I couldn't do it out there. Oh, right meow. Yep. Oh, Bobby, don't be doing those because you don't want to be accused of being a pervert. What do I got going on tonight? I'm just transplanting peppers, mostly sweet peppers into pot. Just out of my 6-pack thingies that I start them in, and then they go into 4-inch, mostly 4-inch pots, and that's what they'll stay in until they get planted out in the garden. And oh man, it's like at least a month and a half yet that I have. So yeah, they're it's a while yet till they go in, but they'll be nice big plants by then. It's kind of a pain, but I like growing my own peppers and tomatoes. I really like to start my own, and yeah, need more of those. Oh, what other kind do I want? Make sure I get blots. Here's some of my blots. Blots are my favorite pepper. They're kind of a pretty plant too, but I'll see if I can find. I had found the website. I just lost something because I brushed my screen. Oh, there we go. Oh, it isn't gardening isn't a matter of having a green thumb or not. It's a matter of learning how. Just like anything. It's just learning how. And not starting off thinking you're gonna have like this gigantic garden right away. You start out with some very basic things that do good in your area. I mean, it's yeah. In your area, like uh since you're in Georgia, I would watch there is a lady that I watched a lot of her videos. Um oh God, now Roots and Refuge. You go watch her, Squid. You'll like her. And she talks about a lot of different. She's in South Carolina, and so she talks about stuff that really has to be able to take heat and how to manage that stuff. Now she does a huge garden and stuff, but she talks about small patches and not being, you know, not having huge, trying to go big right away and just learning small. And but yeah, Roots and Refuge. She is great. She is one of my favorite channels to watch that she actually knows something, not like about half the gardeners that are on stuff. And she admits when she doesn't know things, which is big because some don't. I mean, there's a lot of stuff I don't know that I've learned, watching videos and and stuff like that. But yeah, it's just learning what's easiest at first to grow in your place, and then like you can probably grow peppers in Georgia really easily. Uh, Tomatoes probably up until a certain point, then it gets too hot. If you had tomatoes growing right now, they'd probably do well for the next couple months, and then it'd get too hot. Um, yeah, there's stuff. Cucumbers would be growing well now, and then they'd get too hot. Stuff like that. You could grow sweet potatoes. I bet they'd do well down there. And um, lose me. Oh, thought I lost me for a second there. Uh, don't want to do that. Probably something starting to overheat. Stupid camera. Uh, yep, that's Roots and Refuge. I can't think of her name now. That really bothers me, but I'm horrible with names. They are a really nice family. No, yeah, I wouldn't want to lose myself. Oh, I've done that too. So it's the last kind I'm going to do tonight, I think. Oh, I'm going to show you what these. Yeah, I'll do that after I get these planted. I'll show you what the block looks. Yeah, Jess. That's what her name is. Yep, she has a good cooking channel too. Really enjoy that at times too. She made some wonderful biscuits that I've made a few times. They're like real southern biscuit type of. Yeah. And, yeah. Ooh, that one looks good. Yeah, it's like the farmer's kitchen or something like that. Yeah, I think it's or the farmer's table. That's what it is. Yeah, I've always enjoyed her stuff though. She she does a good job. Yeah, I got a lot of ideas from her back when, like, for different types of things, and it was actually, yeah, she had learned quite a bit of stuff and led me to a few others that knew quite a bit of stuff, and then led me to a couple that didn't know crap. And like, these people, I don't know how some of them. YouTube is you really got to watch. YouTube is full of gardeners and uh, oh, what do they call themselves? Homesteaders that don't know a lot, but okay. Yep, the farmer's table. Okay, I was gonna try to. Yep, there's some good recipes and stuff on that. I'm gonna see if I can share. Go that down there. Share screen. Um, Add to stage. There we go. There's the block peppers. They're pretty neat. They're kind of like a bell, but not quite. But very pretty, quite sweet. They start out like this purple with a light yellow, and then they turn that much darker, like the orange later on. But they do they've done really well for me. They're my favorite of the yep, that kind of stuff now. So I've been very happy with them. And there we're back, I think, to what I want to be. Yep. Oh, yeah. How long have I been gardening? Um, I don't remember not gardening. Um, my family has always gardened and kind of the same piece of property since I was I mean, I when I was old enough for my dad to give me he would give us kids a piece of stick and say plant like peas or beans this far apart, and he would break it off so it was like 3 inches apart, and you'd put the stick down and put a seed, and then move it, put a seed, move it, put a seed, and that's how you learned. And that was probably at like 4, 5, 6 years old. We were doing that, and so yeah, half a century I've been gardening, you know? I mean, and kids, I mean, we threw a lot of chunks of dirt at each other and mud and stuff when we were weeding and I mean, but we've been yeah. I mean, my parents with 6 kids, they that was the way to have a lot of vegetables and stuff easier than yeah. Me farming? No. I my grandparents had a farm, and so they raised, like, chickens and stuff, but we would go out there and help them with that kind of stuff, but actual farming, no. I mean, I've butchered my fair share of chickens, and been around that kind of stuff. But no, it's yeah. But I know plenty of farmers. No, no, it's but gardening is like, yeah, it's like I don't remember not gardening. Always have been. There's never been a year that I haven't, you know. Always was helping my dad. And, yep, it was tough. That was what really, yeah. Once he couldn't, it was like I had to keep it going. But it's hey, it was nice. It was, and now it's like I found the things that I like in it, which is a little different than what he liked. But yeah, it's exciting to. It's one of the. It actually this year, I'm feeling halfway happy about it, which hadn't been the case last year, but is this year. So hopefully that keeps going. You know. Oh, no, it was a nice evening of doing this now, and got about yeah. I'll still have to do a bunch more peppers potting, but that's probably as much excitement of potting peppers that people can take. It's I know it's exciting. It's yeah, it's quite a blast. You know, I might have broken the internet with this one. uh But hey, it was something different, you know. Um, and I might do the tomatoes next week when I do that. We'll have to see. I'll make sure and at least have some video, some shorts or something of when I get them in the greenhouses that I got. They're not real big greenhouses, but they're big enough to keep stuff nice and warm during the day out there. Yeah, yeah. Well, thank you, Haley Mouse. It's nice that you were able to stop in, and glad you could keep me company. It was, yeah, it was nice. You know, it's like it's nice to know that some other people are interested in this kind of stuff too, and yeah, it's fun. It's yeah. I should have had some stupid dad jokes for you know, for this kind of for gardening. There's got to be some good gardening jokes, but I didn't even think of that. Man, yeah, I'm sure there's some potato jokes or something. And, but I'll have to look up them for next time. So yeah, the sun's going down now out here. Well, I want to thank everybody for stopping in and checking me out. I will try to do more of these more often, Bobby. Yes. And I won't say anything, but I should, shouldn't I? All the laundry except 2 socks and a wash rag and all folded, put away while listening. Yeah. Should plant tomatoes and eggplant. Yeah. It does. I should have done started some eggplant, but I'll buy 2 or 3 plants at the greenhouse. Yeah. No, I shouldn't. I shouldn't do more of these. Thank you. Thank you, queen. Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, yeah, my hands are a little dirty. It's okay. It's not dirt, it's soil. Learn that too. Yep. Oh man. My my mom worked at a greenhouse when I was growing up, and the the couple that owned it, they were actually the one was a teacher and knew him pretty well. And he would always, if you said dirt when you were talking about the study, no, 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 it's soil. much different than dirt, soil. So, okay. I'm sure we'll see you guys all around the internet, YouTube or Discord tomorrow or something. Glad you could come check out and be with me here today. And just remember that I'm glad you could be here. And remember, it's a wonderful world. Take care.
Goodbye for now, no need to cry. The clock just spins and whispers why. The door will close, but not for good. We'll meet again, I knew we would. Goodbye for now, until next time. This ain't the end, just a pause in the rhyme. Hope you had a good time. Oh, I truly did. I enjoyed our visit more than I admit. The sun may set, but it will rise. 1,000 colors in the skies. The echo lingers, soft and true. Every step still leads to you. Goodbye for now, until next time. This ain't the end, just a plot line. Hope you had a good time. Oh, I truly did. I enjoyed our visit more than I admit. The sun may set, but it will rise. 1,000 in the sky. Lingers often true. Listen to you. Good time. Oh, I truly did. I enjoy our visit more than I admit. The clock ticks slow, but you're away. That is when you stay. Till all the line, hope you